What's up, family? Just got back from Louisiana. We went down there to go see my wife's family, and the whole ride back, my wife's sitting there, of course, passed out. Not the whole ride. She did the first half of the driving, and I did the second half. But as she was sitting there, I was just looking at her and thinking, and like, this marriage is a really interesting thing. It's really, really interesting thing. You know, God knew what He was talking about when He says that it is not good for us to be alone. Over this past year and months and some change, I have learned that I am selfish. I have learned that conflict is a really good thing, and even though I don't like it, it makes you stronger. I've learned that marriage is definitely not about being in love, or not just about being in love, but it's about fighting for love and making it work. I've learned that I'm better when I have someone else in my life. You know, interesting enough, I was that person that never really thought that I was going to be married. I would play around with it from time to time, but honestly, everybody who I saw that was in a marriage, they were miserable. They didn't really want to be there. They never wanted to spend time with their mate. It was more like a cohabitation partnership agreement than it was anything that I saw worth a marriage, anything worth investing in or being in. And then another thing that I saw that really scared me was I saw oftentimes that one partner would be on fire from the Lord and they would go in the relationship, and the other partner is not on fire for the Lord, and one of their relationships would be altered dramatically. And oftentimes it was the person that was sparked up would start to become more dull. And so all of those things really had me afraid to go into marriage. It was actually my wife's relationship with the Lord and some yellow pants that really attracted me to her. But marriage is a beautiful thing, and one of the things that I'm fighting for right now is many times I get in conversations with people and they'll see me sneak off during lunches to go call my wife. And we talk every single day, throughout the day, as many breaks as I can get. And they'll tell me, well, that's just because you're in the first year. And then now that we're past a year, they say, well, that's just because you're in the first 5 years. But man, I just really hope that we're able to keep that going, because if not, then what's the point? I think that love should grow. It should get stronger. It should be just like your relationship with the Lord. It doesn't become dull with time. It becomes more potent, more powerful, sharper. Anyway, I love my wife and I'm so grateful for her. And I hope that each and every one of you that has that desire in your heart just holds on. Don't jump on the first thing that you see. Don't settle for less than what you know God has created you to have. I'm not that person that preaches that everybody's going to have a mate. I've heard people say that because you have the desire in your heart, that means that God's going to do it for you. And I don't really think that that's biblical. I think that when God says that it's not good for man to be alone, that whenever He pulled Eve from Adam, that He created a void in us, that we're born with this desire to have that void filled, the same way that the void in our heart can only be filled by Him. I thought that was a beautiful picture that He put there for us to be able to understand a spiritual truth in a physical way. But what I do believe is that when He said it's not good for man to be alone, that when He pulled her from him, that truly we are made better when we find that person that completes us, that helps us to grow, that helps us to become better, that helps us to become more, that helps us to manifest. So I encourage you that if that's what you want in your life, then hold on, go for it. Because when you find a person that is there for you, a person that loves you, a person that is spiritually yoked to you and running for God in the same direction that you are, it is truly a beneficial, life-changing, life-altering experience. Is it easy? Absolutely not. We've had our fights, we've had our ups and downs, we have our disagreements on a weekly basis. But is it worth it? I believe that it is, because I have grown more in God in ways that I couldn't imagine in this past year and a half than I'd ever be able to express to you in words. So, it is not good for man to be alone, and he who finds a wife truly finds a good thing. Love you guys.